Brie, can I say something brave? Can I just be brave?
Be brave.
Okay. I think Mamma Mia is Meryl Streep's best role.
You know, I agree with you.
Really?
Yeah. Oscar-winning performance. Did she get an Oscar for this?
She did not. But I think she was nominated for a Golden Globe. No, I don't think so. I don't. In my mind, she was nominated for a Golden Globe, an Oscar.
Everything.
The works.
Yeah. Everything but the Razzies.
Yes. No, I think Meryl Streep as Donna Sheridan in Mamma Mia 2008, directed by Felita Lloyd,
Yes.
is her greatest work and her biggest contribution to society.
I also have a bold statement to make. I think Mamma Mia is one of the best movies ever.
I agree.
Just ever.
I agree. The way that it is both earnest and camp and funny.
And the music.
It's so good. I mean, how can you go wrong with ABBA?
True.
Just from top to bottom, the performances, this cast.
There are no, like, the whole cast is in. Even, like, the extras are, like, so, like, committed to this film.
100%.
I love it.
Hey, it's Nikki.
And it's Brie.
And we're
Late to the Party.
A podcast about the film, fashion, and pop culture moments that shaped us into the weirdos that we are. And today, we're discussing one of my comfort films.
Mm-hmm. Mine too.
I'll make the case. One of the greatest movies of all time. Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia.
I love this movie so much. I feel like I've seen it so many times.
It never gets old.
Mm-mm.
Every single time there's something new to glob onto. Just, it keeps getting better. It's like a fine wine.
Mamma Mia cured my depression.
Mamma Mia did cure my depression. It healed my soul.
It healed me.
Well, Brie, what is your relationship with Mamma Mia?
I remember seeing it in theaters when it first came out. Immediately loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I was sold. I don't think we saw it together, but we saw the second one together. Correct?
We did. I mean, I'm a Mamma Mia stan, like, since birth. Like, I came out of the womb
Since birth.
singing ABBA songs.
I think this movie made me more familiar with ABBA songs. Like, I wasn't super familiar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow, this is great. And I don't know, it opened a world for me. And a world of ABBA. I love their outfits, too. Like, the original, like, band, would you say?
Group.
The group. Yeah. The troop. The Super Troopers.
The Super Troopers. Yeah. I mean, yeah, were you familiar with ABBA before Mamma Mia?
I'm pretty sure I heard like a couple of their songs, like maybe like Mamma Mia and
Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen. Yeah, that's the one.
Dancing Queen is like it's a classic.
Yeah.
There's
everyone knows Dancing Queen. If you don't know Dancing Queen,
you're living under a rock.
Yeah. It's like Beat It by Michael Jackson. It's like,
yeah,
you know, it's up there with those like great pop songs that we all just know.
It's the greatest pop song of all time. Any age, you can vibe with Dancing Queen,
and you can be the Dancing Queen.
You
at
can.
any day, at any age, when this song comes on, you are the Dancing Queen.
Mm-hmm. Young and sweet, only 17, because that's just a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like Meryl Streep in Mamma Mia, she's spry.
She is.
She's like jumping and dancing like she's 17. Like she is the Dancing Queen.
She's climbing rooftops too.
She is. She's running amok. She's falling off things, landing on air mattresses, doing the crazy legs.
Woo!
But yeah. So you weren't super familiar with ABBA?
No, I've heard Dancing Queen and like maybe Mamma Mia, but didn't think much of it until the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
I know. I was late to the party.
But you are familiar that this was a really successful stage play.
Yes. It premiered in London, right?
Mm-hmm. It was on the West End, or at the West End. It premiered in 1999.
Yeah. And it took off.
I mean, it was a sensation.
I can't imagine. Like, that'd be so fun to see. Like, at the time. Like,
I grew up. Every time I would come to town, I would see Mamma Mia.
You've seen it live?
Yeah, multiple times.
Oh.
And it is the greatest.
Yeah.
Can I share my relationship
Of
with
course.
Mamma Mia?
Yes, tell me about your relationship with Mamma Mia.
Okay. Unlike you, I was not late to the party. I was at the party. I grew up listening to ABBA Gold. I don't know if that's normal of a little child, but I was really into ABBA Gold. And there's like a video that my dad still has of me, like 4 or 5, being like, record this. And it was me singing Take a Chance on Me.
Oh my God, Nikki.
Just like fully bold, but that was my jam.
I love it.
And you know, every time it would come around, I would see Mamma Mia, the stage play.
Okay.
Every single time. The vibes were immaculate. Just like when I went to see opening night with the fam, Mamma Mia in 2008 at the movies.
Oh my God. That is a time to be remembered. One of my favorite trips to the movies.
So good. But every time I've seen Mamma Mia, whether it's on stage or at the movies, immaculate vibes.
You get up and sing.
Everyone gets up and sing, especially when Mamma Mia comes on, or Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen.
There's just certain songs, or like at the end, a little Waterloo action. You have to stand up and you have to sing. And it's every age. Yes. Definitely dance moves. But yeah, no. So fabulous.
So you've lived this Mamma Mia lifestyle since you can remember.
Yeah.
You've been in it.
I've been in it ever since the day I was born.
Wow.
Pretty much.
I didn't know this about you.
Really?
Yeah.
No, huge ABBA household.
I love it.
ABBA life I've lived. So when Mamma Mia came out, I think I went opening night with my family because I was still a kid. And then the following week or maybe a month later, they came out with a theatrical release of like a sing-along version of Mamma Mia.
Oh,
so I went back to the theater and saw it.
The sing-along.
I
love it.
And what's so cool though is it's called, let me see what it's called. There's a fabulous oral history that Vogue does of Mamma Mia and the making of Mamma Mia. Highly recommend. It's called the Mamma Mia Factor.
Ooh, the Mamma Mia Factor.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So it's like a lack of pretension, and that was the goal. So a lot of the people, including Felita Lloyd, who directed this film, and Julie Kramer, and just a bunch of others on the creative team worked on the film as well as the stage play. And they call it the Mamma Mia Factor, where it's like everyone that watches Mamma Mia, there's like this effect that like,
the Mamma Mia effect.
It does. It is the Mamma Mia effect. Move over the J-Lo effect.
Right?
But it's just like, yeah, you lose all pretension and it's all about fun. And it's like, it's hard to describe, but I know it does have something to do with like, it's such a guilty pleasure, especially for people in older generations. Like ABBA was super corny back in the 70s but it's like something that was always like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. But you know what?
Yeah.
Listening to their songs, like, I think a lot of their songs are actually really good. Like, and I love a lot of music from the 70s, or like that disco kind of sound. Like they have that disco beat to a lot of their songs, and the lyrics are pretty good. Like it paints a picture. I don't know. People were sleeping on ABBA, I think.
Well, that's what Julie Kramer thought when she got the idea to make it into a stage play, and she talked to Benny Anderson, and that's how Mamma Mia was born.
Yeah. Didn't she have to like pitch it and be like make a case for it because they were a little skeptical, or one of them was?
100%. But yeah, the songs do tell a story, and it was just about fitting in the pieces like a jukebox musical would. But I think this is like the best jukebox musical.
And they didn't really change any lyrics or anything. It just like all fits
perfectly.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any favorite jukebox musicals?
I do. Well, definitely Mamma Mia. Definitely might be my favorite, honestly, because it's so good. I really loved Across the Universe, but I haven't seen it in so long, so I don't know if I still would feel the same way. But also Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge is very good.
It's very good. You know. I don't have to tell you.
No, I love Moulin Rouge.
What are your favorites?
Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia is
just
the best.
Mamma Mia. Period.
Yeah, no, I love Moulin Rouge as well, but jukebox musicals are really hit or miss for me. I don't know if there's one besides this one that really, like in Moulin Rouge, that really stick the landing for me. But I've never seen Across the Universe, so
it's good. Like I like how they tell the story with all like the Beatles songs, but it's not as feel good as Mamma Mia. But nothing is really.
Julie Taymor directed Across the Universe, right?
Oh, she did?
I think so. But I mean, I'm a big fan of her, so
yeah, it's good. It just makes a lot of like statements. Like I think it takes place in the 60s and there's like a war going on. I don't know. It's like there's a lot happening, it makes sense, but it just, some things are bummers and I feel like Mamma Mia, like even like things that like the tension or whatever, like nothing's too serious in this movie.
Only good times.
Yeah.
It's only good vibes. It's the Mamma Mia factor. Like that's what it is. It's a lifestyle. It's like a code.
I love it.
So Mamma Mia is about an independent single mother who owns a small hotel on a Greek island, is about to marry off the spirited young daughter she's raised alone. But the daughter has secretly invited 3 of her mother's ex-lovers in the hopes of finding her biological father. The perfect premise.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 3 dads element is just fun. It's super fun. And, you know, we were talking about how Julie Kramer had to pitch the premise for the stage play Mamma Mia and how it would fit with all of the ABBA songs.
Yeah.
And what really stuck out to the ABBA dudes was the generational aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's pretty genius.
Yeah, because you've got like Sophie's like she's getting married to Sky, and then there's Donna who has these like 3 ex-lovers.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a lot, but it's
Why is that a lot?
Well, not a lot. I'm just saying like, oh, it could be messy is all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It's a messy situation.
Yeah, but it's fun.
The 3 potential dads are Harry, Sam, and I want to say
Bob.
Stephen.
No.
Peter.
Is it Peter? I don't know.
I don't know. But they're played by Colin Firth, Stellan Skarsgård, and Pierce Brosnan.
Yep, that much I know.
Bree, so what are your thoughts on the cast? Like, this cast is star-studded. Like, when you think of a lineup, I mean, you have Meryl Streep, Amanda Seyfried,
Yes,
Colin Firth,
yes,
Stellan Skarsgård, Pierce Brosnan, Christine Baranski, Dominic Cooper, Julie Walters, Dame Julie Walters.
I love Julie Walters. She cracks me up. I love her character. So kooky and just, I love her.
I feel like when we become old, we're going to be, was it Tanya and Julie Walters' character?
What is her name? Oh, gosh. I just think Julie Walters.
Yes. But yeah, no, they're like Donna's best friends in the film. They're like the fun aunties.
They're the best, honestly, with all their like shenanigans. Like they're always just goofing off. And like, I love like when they sing, don't they sing Dancing Queen?
They
right?
do.
That's how
to
they kinda
cheer Donna up.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite scenes. Just side note. But
100%. Let's put a pin in that because I do want to fully
go in.
Yeah. But no, I love them as Sophie's aunts and like Donna's best friends. The Dynamos, if you will. Donna and the Dynamos.
Yeah.
Like I think their friendship is so fun.
Backup singers last. Yeah.
And yeah. No, and I love them. It's like a murder's row of character actors.
It's so true. I love Pierce Brosnan. Like his character is like he's so serious.
Hot take. I really enjoy Pierce Brosnan in this film.
What did you think of his singing?
People are way too hard on him. Justice for Pierce Brosnan and Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
He's not that bad. He sounds like a drunk dad at karaoke, but in the best way. And he's giving it his all.
He's
I think laying it on the line.
I could appreciate that because he does. He's just like, oh, like when he sings SOS, he's like in a rock. Like, I mean, I know it's rock music anyway, but he's just like really channeling.
He's giving it.
Yeah.
And that's all like you can ask for. When you're standing beside Meryl Streep, who's giving like 150%.
You have to.
Like Meryl Streep does the Lord's work in this film. I think this is her greatest role solely because it's Meryl fucking Streep. Like she's at like top of the call sheet. This is the reason why most of the actors signed on. She is this film. I mean, also she's one of the reasons why Mamma Mia gets made into a film and why she's Donna is because she saw it in the wake of 9/11 and wrote a letter.
Oh, she did?
Yeah,
wait, I didn't know
wrote
this.
a letter to, I believe, Julie Kramer and was like, this inspired me. And Julie Kramer never forgot it.
Oh.
And when in like 2006, they were like, we're going to make a film adaptation of Mamma Mia.
So we have Meryl to thank.
Like Meryl. It is Meryl. And she has to create the whole entire vibe for the whole entire cast. Like she is the star of this film. And in order for it to work, Meryl Streep really does have to create that vibe.
Yeah.
And she does.
Yeah. You can tell she's having, like, you can tell everyone in this film is having a great time. Plus all the, like the behind the scenes, like,
oh my God.
the parties that they're doing, you know,
mid-shoot, that like infamous, rap party in quotations.
Yeah.
Where they're all singing with, the ABBA guy on the piano and they're all just like drunkenly singing. That was not at the rap party. That was mid-shoot.
That was mid-shoot.
That was mid-shoot. And apparently they would get like, they would go to the bars when because they first filmed at Pinewood Studios in London for a couple weeks to do a lot of the interior shots. But then for 5 weeks, they went to Greece. And apparently they were like turning up on Tom Hanks's yacht.
Ooh.
They were going to all the taverns and getting wasted and coming to work.
But wasn't that also like the director? Like they were kind of like, you should. Yeah.
Yep.
Like have a drink, like do whatever.
Yeah.
You're in Greece, baby.
And get sun-kissed. That's why everyone looks so perfectly like sun-kissed and natural and fantastic, is because they were actually like living it up in Greece.
All these actors just living their best lives.
And that's why women should direct film.
Amen.
Because directing is all about creating a vibe.
That's true.
And if you're the lead actor, it is your job to create that vibe and make the rest of the cast feel comfortable.
Set the tone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of that.
Yeah.
So Amanda Seyfried, this isn't her breakout because obviously she's Karen in Mean Girls.
Right.
But what are your thoughts on Amanda Seyfried as Sophie?
I love her. She's like really sweet and endearing, and I love her voice. She has a beautiful voice.
Mm-hmm. I love her voice. I love her vibrato.
Yeah.
I know that was like a big thing. At least at the time, I remember people being like, oh my God, her vibrato is intense. But like, I love it. Her voice. It's so distinct.
I love a good vibrato too. I don't know if that's a hot take, but just what's wrong with a little vibrato?
Not
if you know how to,
at all.
You know.
Amanda Seyfried has the voice of an angel.
Yeah. Period.
I think she works really well with Meryl Streep.
They're very convincing, like as a mother-daughter dynamic. Like that scene where like Meryl Streep's painting her toes or something, you know, just...
It's very interesting because it feels very real. I guess that's a genius of Meryl Streep too. It's like...
Yeah, well, you have to make someone feel comfortable too. Like, I guess if you're acting, like you're working with them so closely. And
mm-hmm. Do you have any favorite Meryl performances?
Mamma Mia. Other than Mamma Mia though, The Hours maybe?
The Hours is great.
The Hours. I'm trying to think like what I've seen Meryl Streep in. I mean, obviously she's been in a lot of films. I always think about her in Mamma Mia though, since she's like the lead and she does the most.
This is the first of like the Meryl Streep renaissance of like the late 2000s. Do you remember when, like, I think it kicks off with Mamma Mia, but she's in like a lot of comedies after this and musicals. Yeah. Like she's in It's Complicated.
I do love her in It's Complicated.
A Nancy Meyers classic. She's in Into the Woods. She's in...
That's right. She was in Into the Woods.
Yeah. Ricky and the Flash. Like she does a lot of these like comedies, which is very against what we thought at the time of Meryl Streep.
Because
like,
we were thinking like serious actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's a good comedian, I think.
100%. Well, she can do anything.
That's true.
I recently saw Postcards from the Edge.
Oh,
it's her and Shirley MacLaine. It's like loosely based on Debbie Reynolds and Carrie Fisher, like their life. And it's based on the Carrie Fisher like book, but directed by Mike Nichols. It's so good.
Ooh,
so good. Highly recommend. Love that Meryl performance. Also, she sings in it as well.
I love when Meryl sings. What is your favorite Meryl performance?
I love Silkwood. But I feel like that's a Cher standout performance. I love Devil Wears Prada.
Yes.
Obviously.
Oh my God. Why didn't I think of Devil Wears Prada? Yes, 100%. That might be my favorite. Or Mamma Mia and then Devil Wears Prada.
I mean, I feel like Uncultured Swine because I haven't seen like Kramer versus Kramer. So I know I'm like missing a good Meryl performance, a great Meryl performance.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of movies that I'm like, oh, I probably should see. Like, she was in Julia and Julia. Now that I think about it, she was really good.
Julia Child.
Yeah, she's very convincing.
Go off, Queen.
But she's been in so much. I mean, I want to see like the more campier movies that she's been in, like Death Becomes Her. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen that, but that's on my to watch list.
I haven't seen that movie in such a long time, but I remember really loving it. Yeah. But yeah, I would say, I'd say Mamma Mia is my favorite in Devil Wears Prada, but I know that's not the, like, objectively. That's just subjectively.
I'm like, no, she gave one of her best performances, obviously in Mamma Mia, but in Devil Wears Prada as Miranda Priestley.
I love Miranda Priestley. Also, you know the sunglasses Meryl wears in the Money, Money, Money scene?
Is it the same?
It's the same. It's the Miranda Priestley glasses.
I knew she looked familiar when she put those glasses on. I was like, wait a second. Why is this giving me a vibe? Why is this?
It's, yeah.
It elicited a feeling deep within me that I couldn't describe.
Mm-hmm. It's the Miranda Priestley glasses.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. There's so many good Meryl performances.
Yes.
I don't think she's had a bad performance, except Into the Woods. I wasn't a huge fan of Into the Woods.
Yeah. She was also in, I don't know if you remember this, but she was in Series of Unfortunate Events.
She was.
Yeah. She played like the kooky aunt or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think she was bad in it, but that's like a kooky film in general.
As a kid, that film gave me the creeps.
Yeah.
Like, I still have vivid nightmares. Like, you know, when they're at like the lighthouse in A Series of Unfortunate Events?
Mm-hmm.
In my nightmares to this day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I love that movie. But it does have a lot of creepy undertones. Yeah.
Well, Jim Carrey is Count Olaf.
Okay, he is a little horrifying as Count Olaf, not gonna lie. I've had some Count Olaf nightmares. Yeah. It's those eyebrows.
Truly. Speaking of nightmares, no, just kidding. That Pierce Brosnan's voice, am I right?
Woo.
But what are your thoughts on the 3 dads?
It's fun, the idea of having 3 dads. I love that they're just cool with it. You know, they come around, they're like, yeah, that's okay. Well, we can be your dad. We don't need to know. You know, they all have their own personalities, like they're all like artsy in their own way, right?
Like, you can see why Donna would be attracted to these 3 men in their youth.
Because I think Sam is like I don't really know what he does.
An architect?
Is he an architect?
Sam the architect?
He draws.
The painter?
Yeah. He does. He's artsy, right? I know he like sketches, but it would make sense that he would use that for architecture.
I think he's an architect.
Yeah.
But my favorite's Harry.
Harry?
Colin Firth is Harry.
Wait, no. Wait.
No, he works in a bank.
He works at the bank, but the other guy's trying to get him to be the other dad.
A little more spontaneous.
Stellan Skarsgård is the spontaneous one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And trying to get Colin Firth.
Like, to be out of his shell. But he used to be Harry Headbanger.
Oh, yeah, he was in the band.
Yeah.
That's right. That was his. But see, that's a musical talent.
Dude, I love the scene where they're sharing, our last summer, where they're sharing with Sophie all of like what they were back in the day. Mm-hmm. And there's the pictures of like Colin Firth clearly in 2007, but like in full heavy metal outfit, and like they have like Pierce Brosnan in like a Cheech and Chong mustache situation, like hippy dippy with Meryl Streep.
I lose it every time. Or like when they have like the flashbacks, like when like Donna is like, she's like she falls into the goat house or whatever, and they're all there, and then she sees them as that like their version of them from the 70s, but they look the same age, and it just is so over the top, and it's so funny.
It's camp.
I used to think it was like kind of silly. I'm like, why wouldn't they just like have a flash like a different actor? But they also keep Meryl Streep the same age in these photos too, looking back. So
hilarious.
I think it's for the bit, I think, is what they're doing.
It's hilarious and it works.
Yeah.
Love. Yeah, I think it's so fun to see these 3 actors who, like, I just would not expect like a Pierce Brosnan or a Colin Firth to be in a role like this.
Yeah.
And that's like the fun of it. It's seeing like these 3 actors that we know from other things just like throwing caution to the wind and and like allowing the cheese to happen and just fully like singing some ABBA songs.
Yeah. It's fun. Yeah.
It's funny. There's a quote that stood out from Stellan Skarsgård. He says, having not done anything quite so light before, I came into Mamma Mia pretty ambitious. I said, I have some thoughts about my role, and I hadn't gotten more than 5 words out before all these women turned and looked at me with an expression of, oh yeah? It was then that I realized I shouldn't try and act. I should just be good looking and funny.
Nice. Yeah, you know, this movie does seem like so effortless and like people are just having a good time that it just, I mean, I guess you can't be too heady as an actor. Just, you know, you can't take it too seriously.
No, you have to just like go for it, especially with this.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to be in your head all the time, like, or trying to make like a thoughtful, like I think that is funny. Like Stellan Skarsgård saying in this quote, like, you just really have to be in the world. It's a Mamma Mia factor, baby.
Yeah. I heard that like they like the 3 dads, they were like at the end where they do the montage and they're in like the Super Trooper, like the fits.
Oh, the Waterloo.
Or maybe it's Waterloo. Yeah, it's Waterloo when they come out. Well, they're wearing like the bell bottoms and stuff. They were at first really like skeptical, like, no, I don't wear this. But
it's an iconic scene.
But it's so iconic.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to go fully in.
Yeah.
There was a funny anecdote in that oral history of so they're actually like jumping off the cliffs during that Our Last Summer scene, and they had to do like 5 or 6 takes of them jumping off a cliff, and they were all scared and like chickening out. And because it was like a family affair, Pierce Brosnan's son was there on that day at the shoot, and he was like, for goodness sake, Dad, you were James Bond and you won't jump off this cliff.
That's true. He was James Bond.
But
hopefully that helped him.
Yeah, definitely. So let's rewind a bit. So the film opens with, well, first I Have a Dream in the Honey Honey sequence, which Honey Honey is low key a bop. Like one of my favorites from the film. Not favorite ABBA songs, but favorite from the film. Like I love this opening scene.
Isn't this when she like reads the diary?
Yeah, it's like Amanda Seyfried running through the woods and, you know, saying, oh, I'm reading my mom's diary and she slept with a ton of guys, but these 3 guys can be my potential dads.
Yeah.
And she's just telling her 2 college mates, like they're like walking up a cliff, or not a cliff, but like through the hills with the diary, and you know they'll be like, oh, August 3rd, what a night, and then she'll go into the song. It's just like a cute way to open the film.
It is. I love how they just get right into the music too, like at the top. You know what it's going to be about. You know you're there for a fun time.
You see the sparkles on the water,
and
the glittery Mamma Mia, and you're like, you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah,
it like
sets
the tone. All the ...
Yeah. Also, the girl, like her friends running out to greet her. I just love their energy. Like they're like, oh my God. And they're like jumping up and down. And
which totally mirrors Donna and the Dynamos. Just like that when you haven't seen someone so long and that like, just like unfiltered excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the Dynamos come to town right after that?
Pretty much.
Right? I feel like it happens really fast in the beginning.
Like you meet everyone right at the top.
Yeah. But I love that.
I love when you first meet Christine Baranski and Julie Walters' characters. They're on the boat with all the Greek people.
Yes.
And like the fish in the basket or whatever that scares Christine Baranski's character. And I don't know, like it's just right away you get like the vibe. These are the kooky aunts and like you're going to have some fun.
I think they're my favorite.
They're the best. I think Christine Baranski is a really underrated actor.
You know, yes. I'm trying to think. She's been in like a lot of things too, like low key.
I just recently watched for the first time The Birdcage.
Yeah.
She is so good in that as well.
Is she a similar kind of... I feel like she's always like, maybe just a little bit high maintenance, but like in the best way.
Yeah. That's kind of the Christine Baranski special.
Yeah.
Like even in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, she kind of gives that air too.
She does. I love it. I love her in The Grinch. My favorite Christine Baranski performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so good. But yeah, we're introduced to to the friends. And Meryl Streep is Donna, who is running the Villa Donna, which is like a little dilapidated, a little falling apart.
But she's handling it, baby. She's got this, as she says. She says, I don't need no help.
She's an independent woman.
Yes.
Doesn't need no man.
That's right.
Also,
those days are over, and she's glad.
Well, because she has those denim overalls.
Yes.
You know what I love about this film? I love the female gaze.
Yeah.
Of Mamma Mia.
Gay? No, I'm just kidding.
And
I'm not gonna pull.
They're doing it for the gays.
Yeah. Just want to pull a Kate Blanchett.
The gays. You mean the gays?
The gays? No.
No, I just love it. It even makes middle age look fun. Like, these women are living their lives.
Nikki, I hope that's
oh my God.
It's aspirational, I think.
From your mouth to the Mamma Mia God's ears.
Right?
No.
I really do. I do think we'd be like the Dynamos.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Like I said, like, I'm going to be Christine Baranski. You're going to be Julie Walters.
I want to write a cookbook.
Do it.
You know?
Girl, you could.
Maybe it'll happen.
You got the cooking skills.
Manifest.
You got to get a really cool vintage Bangles tee.
That's true. I did love her Bangles tee. I spotted that. I was like, wait a second. Like, this is really cool. Like, I love that she wears t-shirts. Because, like, graphic t-shirts. Because you don't see a lot of middle-aged women wearing graphic tees.
I agree. But I love the premise, don't get me wrong, for Mamma Mia 2, Here We Go Again. Like, it is genius to show young Donna meeting the three dads.
Yes.
However, I really want to see how Julie Walters' character becomes a famous cookbook author. Like, I want to know. I want to know about Tanya, Christine Baranski's ex-lovers, and I want to know how she divorced him, how she got all that money. Yeah. Or even get the haircut.
True.
For the cunty bob. Like, I want to see it all.
You're right. I love her cunty bob. It looks great.
So good.
Christine Baranski in a bob just works.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
It's like Donna Sheridan in overalls or peanut butter and jelly. It just goes.
Just goes.
But yeah, no. I love because Donna, like, is not happy that the three dads are there.
No, she's like, get out. Immediately, she sees them. She's like, y'all gotta leave.
She sees the vision of them in the past, which is actually the present. And she's like, you gotta dip. You can't even stay in the goat's house.
Yeah.
But I love when she's down. I love the intro to Chiquita.
Yeah, Chiquita.
Because she's like crying in the bathroom and the two friends are just like,
don't they look underneath like the door? They're like, hello.
Julie Walters is on the ground looking down and Christine Baranski is on top of her looking up.
Yeah. I love it. They just won't leave her alone.
It's like how you cheer up a friend too. Because Chiquita goes into Dancing Queen, which is the fun.
That's
like,
my favorite scene.
So much fun.
Dancing Queen's my favorite.
Why is Dancing Queen your favorite?
I just love how they're dressing up to cheer up Donna, and they're just so goofy. And then obviously Dancing Queen's just a really good song, so you have to, like, you know, sing too. It gets you, you know. And then like Meryl Streep, she's just like jumping on the bed. It's, you know, there's so many great little moments, I think, within the scene. It's like a scene within, there's many scenes within the scene.
A lot of layers.
Yeah.
I love that scene as well. I feel like every time I watch this movie, I have a favorite scene. But this time around, it was Dancing Queen. It like almost got me verklempt in a way. Like, I don't think we see female joy portrayed on screen like this ever. Like, not to get too deep.
Yeah.
But like, so it starts off with the three friends and they're trying to cheer up Donna. And I love just seeing Meryl Streep jumping like she is 17 on the bed.
Yeah.
It's just like the looks on her face. I've never seen like unbridled joy like that ever. But then all the women, so like all the people working at the hotel, like they do this whole montage where they're just all like skipping.
This is my favorite. I want to join these women. I want to abandon this, you know, you're think of it. You're just at work in the middle of the day. you see a whole like troop of women singing Dancing Queen going down the street. What do? You have to abandon your spouse. You have to just throw caution to the wind and join them.
You have to.
You're going to be skipping.
No, I love how it's like young people or young women, old women, working class women, just every woman in at the Villa Donna in this little town in Greece, apparently, just like have to sing Dancing Queen with them. Yeah. And just like them like chasse like through it's just iconic, and I love it. And I don't think I've ever seen that on screen before, like that much joy.
Yeah. No, this whole movie I feel like is just joy in a bottle.
Totally.
Oh. Yeah. This is going back a little. Yeah. But when Meryl Streep singing Money, 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 I think she gives a good Fergie impersonation. Because there's a certain point, if you watch it again, hear me out. She goes,
oh, when she does that, like,
you know what I'm talking about? She does the like,
she does a little Fergie singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
A little Fergie and the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. She's doing like the cartwheels too. Just
I see
doing it all. Yeah. I just thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, oh, she threw a little funk in there. She's like going for something.
It's so fun seeing Meryl Streep just like loosen up.
Yeah.
And like, this is just such a silly role. Like that, I agree that like vocal performance in Money, Money, Money is like, all right, girl, get it.
She sings her heart out.
She does. That and Winner Takes It All.
Oh my God.
Like, I didn't know Meryl had that in her.
That scene will, if I'm in the right mood, that'll get me a little verklempt. This is the way she sings it. If it was anyone else singing, I don't think it would have the same effect. But
she's just the greatest actor of all time.
Yeah.
It's so funny too. Like, now that I'm older, like obviously I've seen a lot of other Meryl Streep performances.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. Like when I first saw Mamma Mia back in the day, I didn't see any of those. Like, I was aware of Meryl Streep and she was the greatest and blah, blah, blah. But I hadn't seen anything except The Devil Wears Prada and Mamma Mia. So it was just such a shock to me.
That she was just like loosening up. That she
was
just having a good old time up there.
And I know it was a shock to like everyone else too, but it was especially a shock to me, I think.
Yeah, weren't prepared.
I wasn't.
All the serious acting she does in Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I feel like a lot of her characters are. She has a good range though. Like, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, because, Death Becomes Her. That's a comedy, isn't it? Like
but she always plays like she has always the upper hand.
Yeah,
she's like high status,
and Donna does not have the upper hand. You know?
No, not at all.
Well.
Or I think it's fun. It's not. She's not playing low status, but I think all the other characters before this, at least that I was aware of, it's always been a high status, especially Miranda Priestley.
Yeah. Very true.
Who? What are your thoughts on Dominic Cooper as Sky?
I don't know. I mean, he's good. I like that scene. What is it song? It's like put your love. No, it's not Put Your Lovin' Down. Was it? Is it Lay All Your Love on Me? I do like that scene, and like when they come and carry him off, it's kind of funny. But just like Dominic Cooper in general, or
just
his character.
His character.
Yeah, I mean, I like Sky. I mean, I do remember being really bothered by him not being understanding at first when she's like, I just want my dad to be at my wedding or whatever, and he's like, I don't know if I can do this. But, he made a few good points at the same time. He was like, you don't need a dad to know who you are, which might be a good point.
She also did it behind everyone's back.
That's true. The whole time, I mean, just a side note, I think it's really funny that she is trying to keep up like this lie with her like 3 potential dads. And she's like, oh, no, this is a surprise for my mom. She's going to love this.
And immediately, Donna's like, get out. Leave.
Yeah, and they're kind of like, I don't know. This doesn't seem.
But then they fall in love with Sophie, which I love that scene, that our last summer scene.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah, it's such a fun montage of them like building a relationship.
Yeah, all 3 of her dads all together.
Yeah, like why have one dad when you can have 3?
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm back on Dominic Cooper. I love Lay All Your Love on Me.
Yeah.
It's an underrated gem, I think.
Just that scene in general.
Just that scene, that song. I mean, I know they dated in real life.
That's right.
But their chemistry is great.
When he lays her down on the sand, I do feel like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a different movie. Like this is, for a second.
Get steamy up in there for a second.
Yeah.
But
it's a quick second, but still, it's a very steamy second.
I love the cheese. I love the way they edited like Dominic Cooper, like when he's like jumping off the rock, like the super like hyper like macho, like he jumps off the rock and you can like almost hear like a sound like
yeah.
They
were the original Kens too, his like bros.
Oh my god, I love the scuba men that whisk him away.
Mm-hmm. They have their little flippers and they're just like doing that, like I don't know, they're like grunting and marching, I guess.
Yeah, a little high kick action.
Yeah,
they are kind of like scuba male Rockettes.
They are. Yeah, they're in formation.
Their scuba choreography is unparalleled.
Wait a minute, the choreography, just in general. Can we talk about the choreography?
Yeah,
because like it's so good just throughout the movie.
I agree. I think it's a lot of like fun choreography as well. Like it's not super serious. It's not like all uniform either. I love it.
I love the scene where, oh man, let me see which one it is. Oh, it's Mamma Mia. When she sings Mamma Mia.
Mm-hmm.
But the beginning, isn't she like Meryl Streep's character's on top of the Go House, right? And she's just like doing, like, I love when she's floor dancing, so to speak. Like she's laying down and like rolling around on the roof and is just like, you know what I'm talking about? And she's just like looking directly into the camera.
It's a really fun way to use choreography that like when you like the emotion she's feeling at that moment are kind of like, when you're like, it's hard to articulate, but it's like moments when your heart just like flutters. You're like, ee! And you like have to flail your body.
Yeah, she does a lot of flailing.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's expressed through choreography, which is really fun.
Yeah, or like when she falls off things or is like looking through windows. And they do the same kind of thing like towards the end, like Take a Chance on Me. Mm-hmm. Julie Walters, like, dancing on the tables and climbing the roofs.
Oh, yeah, putting a Stellan Skarsgård on like a wild goose chase.
Uh-huh. I just think, yeah, it's cool how they came up with the choreography.
It's really fun. It's also so cool when, like, it's very, very different than a lot of, like, the film adaptations of musicals that, like, I think of. Like, the 2010s style of, like, everything's really dark. Like, the Les Mis'ification. Mm-hmm. Like, it's very, like, dark and grim and, like, more serious. And this movie is, like, the exact opposite. It's like, let's take the stage play and, like, stretch it. And, like, let's do everything, like, 10 times more. Let's crank up the volume.
Yeah. Bigger and better.
Bigger, better, out of control,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, the hen party scene is another really good one.
I do. I love it. I love, well, it's kind of cool anyway, I guess, if your mom was in a singing troupe back in the day with her gals. And
if she was the Dynamos?
She was one of the Dynamos.
That's like having Beyonce show up to your bachelorette party.
I feel like I would be so psyched. Like as Sophie, like that would just be the coolest gift.
Oh my gosh. I'm a big Donna and the Dynamos fan.
Yeah.
I also love Donna's like swishing choreography to Super Trooper. Mm-hmm. Like she does this thing where she has her like bell sleeves and she holds the microphone and just like moves her arms back and forth.
I love it. I love their costumes, their makeup.
So good. Which, can I say, the Donna and the Dynamos costumes are very, like, obviously, like, 70s. I get a little Kiss inspiration. Mm-hmm. But also, Marc Jacobs. Did, I think it was, like, in 2017, those boots. I mean, nowadays, I think Olivia Rodrigo's worn them. But there's these, like, that iconic Glamour magazine cover with the girls from HBO's Girls, like wearing the crazy heels, the Marc Jacobs heels. Very Donna and the Dynamos coded.
You're right.
I feel like Marc Jacobs was influenced
by Donna and the Dynamos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, who isn't?
I could see that. Honestly, it's true. Yeah.
But I mean, Super Trooper is such a great song in general.
Yeah. I used to actually not like Super Trooper. I know that's crazy. And now I love it. But at first I was like, I don't know. It just took a while to warm up to Super Trooper. But then once I did, I can't go back. So
You're Super Trooper pilled.
yes.
Love it. I also, this is the scene where they do Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
Yes.
My personal favorite ABBA song. Such a fun, like, I imagine that would be a really fun karaoke song.
Yeah.
Well, all of these songs, I mean,
my
are made
God.
for karaoke.
Nikki, we have to sing some songs for Mamma Mia when we karaoke.
I'm still so crestfallen that a couple years ago for your birthday, you got on stage with my mortal enemy
I'm so sorry.
to sing Dancing Queen or Mamma Mia. I forget which one. You looked
I think
me
it was
dead in the
Dancing
eyes,
Queen.
and I see, and that hurts even more.
I'm sorry.
You looked me dead in the eyes and sang it. I was sick
Well, I
as
was
a dog.
singing it to you. I sang it to you because, yeah, it was our song. But I wanted you to sing it with me, but you couldn't because you were sick. So she sang it. And this is before this person was your enemy, I think, in my defense.
But yeah, I just remember watching you sing Dancing Queen, looking directly into my eyes, feeling betrayed.
As the fire is like burning in your eyes, you're like,
Any
wow.
morsel of energy I had, because I was not doing great.
I know. Thank you for coming and holding out that long at the karaoke.
That was the time I left. I think I was like, my heart
Is that why
couldn't
you
take
left?
it. No, but I was about to leave anyways, and then everyone was like, "Oh, look, Nikki's Bree singing,"
Oh.
and I was like, "Oh, that's great."
Oh, man. Well, we're going to sing Dancing Queen now.
Okay.
We'll make it right.
Okay,
Yeah,
Sounds
I promise. We can sing Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
we'll do all of them.
Super
Do the
Trooper.
works.
We'll take up the whole we'll just keep signing up and just only Mamma Mia songs. And we could either, I don't know if it would annoy people though, because I feel like at karaoke people are pretty loosey-goosey. So like maybe they would get behind it. Maybe they'd be like, woo.
I feel like you can't go wrong with ABBA at karaoke.
Yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah. Especially like, so, I feel like a lot of their songs are big songs to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially the Mamma Mia songs are ABBA Gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's like all the songs on ABBA Gold essentially are the songs in Mamma Mia, and quite frankly, the only ABBA songs I know. I have a very limited scope of ABBA. It's
Just
only
the Gold.
through Mamma Mia.
That's so true. Me too.
I only know the Mamma Mia songs, and that's okay.
That is okay.
It's
Yeah.
okay. Now that there's Mamma Mia 2, I know Angel Eyes and When I Kiss the Teacher. My ABBA knowledge, the more Mamma Mia movies they'll make.
Are they
more
making
ABBA
a 3?
knowledge. I don't
It's
know.
rumors, right?
Rumors. I really hope they don't at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if they need to.
Like the Devil Wears Prada sequel
Wait, is that really happening?
that was announced. I don't want that to happen.
Mm.
Because where would you take it? Where would Andy be? Andy's not going to be in it. But like, it's about, it's going to be about like Emily Blunt.
Is she the new Miranda? If you think about it.
Essentially, I think she's like, I think it's like an online versus print media situation. And like print media is dying and Miranda's like in a more vulnerable position.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like, but I know Meryl Streep wouldn't sign on to junk.
That's true. Yeah, she don't create no junk.
She doesn't, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Devil Wears Prada is the perfect movie. Like on its own, like Andy has some character arc and it just, I don't know. It kind of like leave it. There's like a message there, but it leaves things open ended, and that's what's kind of great about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like we don't need to really follow up. Also, she wasn't. What I love about it, and maybe this is besides the point of, Devil Wears Prada, but I love the concept. Like we've talked about this a lot. Just working at a magazine just seems like such a dream to me. So for Andy not to want that, I'm like, like I know she wants to talk about like real journalism and stuff, like that's her thing. But I'm kind of like, she's living the dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, maybe she's not. Maybe not working for Miranda Priestley.
Miranda, but it's not really what I take away from the film. But I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, Andy got what she wanted.
Yeah.
Miranda, the cycle of abuse continues.
True.
But Miranda's still in her position. I don't want to revisit these characters. And while I would love to revisit Mamma Mia,
you could just pop it in and watch it again.
we can. And we've gotten Mamma Mia 2, Here We Go Again, which was great. Why risk it again?
That's true. Plus, Mamma Mia 2 has Cher.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a really cool casting choice. I don't think they planned on doing a Mamma Mia 2, though, because at the end of the first Mamma Mia, I think it's when they're singing, or when the bachelorette party's happening, and then Donna's off with the Dynamos. Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do, or whatever. She says, I don't know what sick joke this is. Someone up there must want to punish me. And she goes, maybe it's my mother. Mm-hmm. So it kind of implies that her mother's dead. You know?
Yeah. Oh, because it is a prequel, Mamma Mia 2, but present day Cher sings Fernando with Andy Garcia, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm.
So she's not dead.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're right. That's a good point. That's a really good point.
I just noticed that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah. I don't know. I don't think we need a 3.
But if Cher comes knocking at your door, you don't say no. If Cher is going to be in the movie, is signed off.
That's true. I'll anything Cher does, I'm gonna be behind it. So
truly. Also, the Silkwood reunion of it all. I love it though. But yeah, back to the hen party. The Dynamos are totally my dream blunt rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They seem like they'd be so much fun to hang out with.
Oh my God. I just want to hang out with them. Also, I love, because this is the Voulez-Vous scene as well, where they're obviously singing Voulez-Vous, but it's so much chaos in the choreography. And it looks almost like a whirlpool.
Yes.
Of dancers and actors.
And you're spinning around with Sophie. Right? She's in the center of this chaos.
It's Sophie's nightmare because, and this is where we get the iconic TikTok soundbite of, how old are you? I'm 20.
Oh, yeah.
When, it's all the dads.
He's excuse me. I gotta go. All the dads are kind of bailing. They're
all having that realization oh, we're here because we might be Sophie's dad.
Yeah.
But I think Harry's reaction is the most wholesome.
Yeah.
He's just yes, I always wanted a daughter.
It is really sweet.
Hell yeah. But who do you think
is the real dad?
The real dad.
I mean, I think it might be Sam because they have similar talents. When she draws a portrait of him, they're both kind of drawing each other. It looks like a similar style. I don't know. She could have inherited that trait. I mean, it doesn't particularly look like any of them exactly. It is kind of hard to tell. But I don't know.
I think it's Stellan Skarsgård's.
You think so?
Because when he's talking to, I forget who he was speaking with, but there's a scene where they're talking about where Stellan Skarsgård's character is oh, I thought that this villa was left to family.
Oh my God, that's right.
And because the great aunt or something leaves it
to her. Yeah. Dude, you're so right. That's a good point.
Maybe.
It would make sense. And she's got a sense of adventure in her.
Also, blonde hair, blue eyes.
It's true. It's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good case. I mean.
But there's part of me that wants it to be Harry.
Yeah.
Because he wants it. Stellan Skarsgård's character doesn't want it. Sam has sons.
Mm-hmm.
But Harry's so wholesome. I don't know.
Yeah.
You want it to be
really
him. Root for him.
Yeah. I know. I mean, will we ever know? It's kind of fun that it's a mystery, I guess, that they're all kind of cool with it.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that in real life that wouldn't happen,
Oh, yeah. But I would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gives me hope.
This movie is very hopeful.
Totally. Can we talk about really quick, does your mother know?
Oh my I love this scene. It's hilarious.
Do you love Christine Baranski's like almost Michael Jackson-esque choreography?
Oh, it is a little bit. Yeah. She does some of that, and then like a little like mashed potatoes.
She mashed potatoes.
She does the mashed potato, and
she seduces a young, like one of Sky's friends, or he tries to seduce her, but then she like makes him a diaper.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. She diapers him. Oh, that's hilarious.
She fully like Nicki Minaj, like, bitch, you're my son, go sit on a potty, you know?
She did. That's exactly what she said. That was part of the lyrics. That was one of ABBA's original lyrics, I think.
Oh my God, Christina Baranski singing Motorsport.
Oh my God. Hey, we can make that happen. We've got AI now.
Just that's all I want.
Nikki, that's what we could be doing. Using AI for good.
Oh my gosh, I would just love Motorsport with the cast of Mamma Mia. Christine Baranski's Nicki Minaj, Julie Walters, or Meryl Streep. I don't care who is Cardi B.
Yeah.
The Migos are the three dads.
The three dads? Oh my God, Nikki. They're like, put that thing in sport. And then one of them's like, scoot, scoot.
Oh my God. R. I think Harry would be the scoot.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Isn't he was the one that said scoot.
Takeoff?
Takeoff, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Harry would be Takeoff. Harry's Takeoff coded.
Oh, no. I love it. Just
I think, yeah, okay. Harry's obviously Takeoff.
Obviously. Who's Offset then? Who's got that Offset energy? Is it Pierce Brosnan?
I think Pierce Brosnan. I think Stellan Skarsgård's Quavo.
Perfect. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. I think we should make this happen. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how people, I don't know. We'll figure out.
I want it. Mamma Mia 3 should just be.
That's what Mamma Mia 3 should be. It just expands on, does your mother know? It's just that scene. Yeah, it's AI. Yeah. You know, they'll sign their rights away, possibly. We'll have to get the actors in on it, but I think they'll agree to this.
I think so. That'd be an instant classic.
Yeah.
Speaking of instant classics,
yeah,
I do think one of like the biggest like emotional moments in the film, like the best acting, has to be Slipping Through My Fingers.
That scene will get me verklempt like immediately, like because the lyrics, even it's like school bag in hand and whatever, it's like singing from like the mother's perspective, like Donna's perspective, and it just gets you.
This is like one of those films that it's like one of my favorite film genres is mother-daughter relationships in film.
Same.
Like I would say like Lady Bird is up there. Mamma Mia.
They do a good job with it. I feel like Mamma Mia does a really good job tackling that dynamic.
Definitely. I love like the tensions between Sophie and Donna and just, yeah, like Donna helping after all the madness of the hen party and like the voulez-vous scene and all the dads,
yeah,
you know, just realizing they might be a daddy, like just to have the Slipping Through My Fingers scene and like see their relationship. It like feels real. I don't know, something Meryl Streep. I don't know. How is she so good?
I don't know. Also, like, this is just a side note, but their hair looks so similar. Like, it's just so, like, golden and wavy and shiny. I don't know. I'm, like, convinced. I'm like, wait, they're not related?
Oh, my God. Those curls.
You know what I mean?
Yes. No, you just buy it.
You buy it.
I mean, Meryl Streep is mother in a lot of ways. But, like, she does such a good job of playing a mother. Like, that maternal side. And it's so funny, like, according to the oral history, so, like, one of the first days of shooting with Amanda Seyfried, Meryl Streep goes up to her and is like, you're really big in my household. To kind of, like, you know, lower the playing field because, you know, it's probably really intimidating to work with Meryl Streep.
Isn't that the opposite of what she does sometimes?
Yeah. Well, no, Meryl Streep is such a good actor that she's going to bring whatever the role needs.
Oh.
So like for Devil Wears Prada,
yes,
Anne Hathaway needed to be terrified of Meryl in order for Andy to work.
That makes sense. Yes.
And in this one, they need to have like that mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah, she can't have that same.
No, like that's why Meryl Streep is the greatest actor of our time.
That is genius.
It's brilliant. But I guess with Mamie Goober, Gummer, Goober.
You had me. She's a goofy goober.
Yeah. But like I guess she told Amanda Seyfried that Mean Girls and Rami Michelle were really big in her household, so she was familiar with her work.
Nice. Wait, Amanda Seyfried's in
Mean Girls. But apparently Rami Michelle was also really big.
I was like, wait, she said Rami and Michelle too? I don't remember this. How old was she? I was like really confused.
No, but I don't know. I think that's, I don't know, just seeing their dynamics really, really beautiful in this scene.
Yeah. Yeah. I love when they're painting each other's nails. That just feels real.
So intimate.
Yeah. It's very Gilmore Girls intro.
Oh, yeah, it is. But yeah, well, I don't remember what I was going to say, but
slipping through my fingers, I guess.
That thought slipped through my fingers.
It's okay. It happens to me all the time.
But yeah, no. The waterworks of that scene.
Yeah. No, that scene all makes me cry.
Which, speaking of waterworks, can we talk about the wedding scene?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you get waterworks?
Well, the winner takes it all.
Yeah.
Is the big emotional number.
The crescendo.
Yeah. It is kind of like the crux of Mamma Mia as well. It's like that's like that big song that when they were, talking about even creating the stage play, Winner Takes It All was always like that's the number. That's the moment.
Mm.
But what are your thoughts on the Winner Takes It All?
I love what Meryl does with it. It's like when she turns away from the camera and then turns back and she's got her hair is blowing in the wind and they're on like the countryside, or it's like a cliffside almost. They're up in the mountains.
Yeah, well, the chapel or the church where they're gonna get married, it's at the top of this massive hill.
Yeah.
So throughout that hill, Meryl Streep and Pierce Brosnan are doing the Winner Takes It All. It's just sweeping.
Yeah, and she's wearing a beautiful dress, and it's flowing. Everything. I think just the scenery and the camera work. I really appreciate the camera work in this film. It's just so smooth, but it kind of immerses you.
It has such a personality, everything in this film.
Yeah, because it kind of spins around her, and she's just really emoting, and I feel it. And when she sings it, I'm like, oh. She's hurt. This is a woman scorned.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on, are you a fan of the Donna Sam?
Yeah, I think so. Because it was their dream or something I don't exactly know what the dream was.
To run this in with Stellan Skarsgård's family in.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because was he friends with... I don't know. I'm a little confused about the lore. I'm not going to lie.
The disrespect.
That is kind of rude. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I say this with love, but Donna Sheridan's a hoe. Or at least in the 70s, back in the day, Donna Sheridan was a hoe.
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine going to this place with your lover, Sam Carmichael? And then he leaves. Well, also he does her dirty because he has a wife at home.
Yeah.
Or a fiance.
Yeah, he can't be that mad at her.
But then...
They didn't have cell phones either.
It's true. But then not even a week later, it's something I would do. But not a week later, because I say this with all the love for Donna Sheridan, this fictitious character. Okay. She, to get over her heartbreak with Sam, is like, hey, whatever Stellan Skarsgård's character name is, let's hook up.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, meh. And she goes with Harry. But the fact that that's, is it Peter?
I know. We keep saying Peter.
Stellan
Is it
Skarsgård's character? It's it's wild to think that she's hoeing it up with these men.
Yeah.
and wants to run this in, but it's not even Pierce, like Sam Carmichael's in.
Bill. His name is Bill.
Okay.
Bill Anderson.
Bill Anderson, yeah. So it's Bill Anderson's family villa. And she just treated it like it's her own. That's kind of a sleigh, though.
It is.
Just hooking up with
She's
people.
on fast. Yeah.
You know, taking over. Making friends with the great aunt.
Yeah. That's true. And then she starts her band. It all happens very quick. I don't know. I love seeing, like, in Mamma Mia 2 how they they show everything. Like,
yeah, what happens in Mamma Mia 2? I know I've seen it, but I don't know.
Well, I vaguely remember, isn't she in London or somewhere? I don't know. She travels to Greece. I don't really remember. It's fuzzy, but I know that she had a couple love interests.
Do they sort out this scenario I've made up in my mind?
Sort of, but I don't, you know, I gotta watch it again.
Same.
It's all very vague, but a lot of things I remember are like the dancing scenes, to be honest.
I know.
And the goat. There's a real goat in there somewhere.
Lily James was great as a young Donna. I remember that.
No, they did really good casting, I think, for even the young Dynamos. I was convinced. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's pretty convincing.
I remember being like so skeptical of Mamma Mia 2. And then, like that first scene, I was just like, yeah, let's get into it. But I don't remember the movie at all.
I know now that I have to talk about it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Cher showed up sometime. She came down from the sky.
She did. She like ascended from the heavens.
Yeah.
To sing Fernando with Andy Garcia.
Yeah. Is that all she did in that movie?
I think so.
Just sang Fernando?
I think so.
Huh. I gotta rewatch.
For me. I do too, because maybe all my questions would be answered.
Maybe. Yeah. We should watch it and circle
back. We really should. But yeah, the winner takes it all. Which, okay, who proposes to a woman that he hasn't seen in 20 years at the daughter's wedding?
Well, why waste a good wedding? Right? I mean, that's what they say in the movies. Why waste a good wedding? And then people get married. It's great. It's so like how it works, I guess.
I'm getting married in a couple months.
Uh-huh.
Not trying to flex. I'd be damned if my fiance and I are like, oh, we're too young to get married. Mm-hmm. We'll wait. I'll be damned if someone comes out of the wood, let alone my mother, and some stranger, essentially, that she was with 20 years prior says, why waste a good wedding? Mm-hmm. No.
But what if there was someone she was in love with? Right?
Get your own wedding.
Get your own wedding. Well, it does. Weddings are expensive. Mm-hmm. So, but maybe she's helped pay. I mean, in this maybe Donna's helped pay for this wedding. So she's like, it's mine. It's mine. You know what I mean?
It's rude.
I don't know. I like it. I think it's perfect.
Why waste a good wedding, right?
Yeah. I love that in a movie. I don't know why.
Actually, I do too.
I think seeing people happy, and it's like when you don't expect to find happiness somewhere and you do, or like it's just kind of like, oh, well, these people found each other. It wasn't,
Not to be a cynic, though.
Yeah.
But how does she know? She hasn't seen Sam. They really haven't made a connection this whole time that they've
But when they sang SOS, what do you mean? What about that connection?
But there's been 20 years that have passed. There's been marriages. There's been children.
Nothing. Yeah. None of that matters.
Do they know they're still compatible? Do they still get along? They don't know. Yes, they're sung SOS. Out. They are going to find out. And then they're going to get married.
It's going to be Mamma Mia 3, the divorce.
Here we go again.
Again.
But, I know. I do love though. Like, all things aside, besides playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Get your own wedding. I love that, though. That's funny. Yeah. Hey, in real life, I don't know if that would happen, but.
Okay. It's not like Sky and Sophie broke up. They could have, not done the marriage part and had a great after party.
That's true. You think keep it going. Just be like, you know what, y'all? Let's just, party.
Why waste a good wedding? It doesn't have to mean you have to jump into a relationship.
Yeah.
Donna.
I know what you mean. I think when you think about it, the reality of it doesn't make a lot of sense. But in a musical,
love.
It's love. Yeah.
Love is all you need. You're like Ewan McGregor in Moulin Rouge.
Love is. Oh, what else does he say?
Lifts us up where we belong.
Yeah.
you need is love.
That's a wild movie too. Like that's got some messed up like things around love as well. Like I kind of think, I don't know, does she love him, or does he just love her?
It doesn't matter because spoiler alert, she dies. So.
Yeah.
They had that moment. They could have danced all night, but
yeah,
it was the 1800s.
Yeah, tuberculosis is real. I'm all bummed now.
Edgar Allan Poe disease will get you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen in Mamma Mia. It's only fun. It's only good vibes.
Yes.
And then this whole time they're talking about Aphrodite's
the fountain.
The fountain and like the cracks, because like Meryl Streep is caulking the foundations of this place, and the dam just bursts at the end.
I love it. Yeah, because isn't it like she says like Aphrodite. Oh God, what'd she say? Like anyone who drinks from the fountain will find true love.
What I love about when the fountain, like when the cracks open and all the water comes out, and they all dance in the water. I love that Meryl Streep rips open Pierce Brosnan's shirt.
Yes.
And they didn't have another shirt, and that was the take they had to use.
It's just all his chest hair hanging out. Yeah. It's kind of sexy. I thought it was I forgot that scene was in the movie, and I was thinking it was like part of the after party or something. Oh, because doesn't she do something like that? She dances with him in the after party.
So wild. I mean, old people, or middle-aged people, I should say, are wild. Like what I love, because it's so true to life, the speech, the when all is said and done, is like the wedding toast to the wedding that Sam Carmichael and Donna Sheridan stole from their daughter Sophie. Stole the moment.
Really showed her up on her big day. Like when all is said and done, is like a toast moment. And he says, like, not too old for sex. And the way he says it really disturbs my soul. I forgot, to be honest, I blocked that out. But it
shakes my peace.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it.
Is it ageist to be so shook when middle-aged people talk about sex?
Maybe. I feel like there's just, but I don't know.
Or is it just the way he sings it?
The way he sings it isn't great. So... But I don't know how you sing it. But maybe it's just his. I don't know. Yeah, it weirds me out a little bit too. But
it's just a very interesting thing, and I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like older people, when they talk about sex, they find a way to like talk about it in the most unsettling way.
They don't just say ... They don't
just say ... They look at you funny.
I'm not too old for that.
Yeah, they something in it. It seems very
like I got my freak on yesterday.
Yeah, like it's. Do you know what I mean? Like there's like sometimes like you'll hear like all those like elder statesmen of rock. They'll be still old. They'll be like 80, singing like their Mick Jagger song, and they talk about sex, and you're like, slow down, buddy. Simmer down now.
Simmer down.
Calm yourself.
Yeah.
Like, can't you just be normal about this?
Yeah. Well, when you get up to 80, that's a little weird, too.
It's true.
That's a little far. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
I
don't know what it is, but...
I don't know. Maybe I'm just ageist and sexist because I think it's men. Like,
if it was an 80-year-old woman and she's like bragging about her sexcapades, you think it'd be a different tone.
They say it in a good... Okay. Like, for example, this might make the cutting room floor, but for example, the Golden Girls.
Yes. Oh, I love... Yeah, you're right.
Like, okay, when Rue McClanahan talks about sleeping with men, I'm all for that. I'm like, get it, girl.
Same.
Even Rose. But when Miles talks about having sex, or when he, like, talks about someone dying, I don't know, like, it's just creepy. Or all, like, the men Blanche dates that talk about having sex, or, like... Something, the way they say it, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Some of those men were kind of, I don't think, I'm going to say it. He could have done a little better on some of them. But Like that one, she had the crush on that one. I don't know. This is getting into Golden Girls, like lore. I don't know. I mean,
They're not
this
that
turns
old.
into like a Golden Girl. Like they're real people too, you know? Oh,
I feel like they are.
like my older lady friend Blanche, last I talked to her, she was dating this fellow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it just back to Mamma Mia. I think just when he sings that line, "Not too old for sex," and the way he looks at the camera,
Yeah, it's the way he said it and looked at the camera
and like raises a toast.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, buddy.
But if it was Meryl Streep doing that, you think you'd feel different, or you wouldn't
100%.
even. Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know how to unpack that.
I don't know. Ageist and sexist.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they just say it with
Like creepy.
Yeah.
Not too old for sex. It's like the way, I do think it is how he maybe says it. And I don't know if it's intentional, but it's like he's winking, but in a weird way.
It's like I feel like that emoji with like the squiggly lips where I'm just like, woo. But
Yeah.
anyways, can we circle back to the Pierce Brosnan of it all?
Sure. After we're like, I don't know how I feel about him.
I mean, we did talk about how we I genuinely don't think his performance is bad, except when he sings that line.
Yeah, I agree.
Like everything else, I think it's endearing. Like he really goes for it.
He does. Yeah. With those eyebrows, those expressions, those pained looks
Yeah.
that he makes, you know?
He's giving it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is that all? You just
all.
wanted
I don't know. Do you have any other
Are you
thoughts?
trying to
I'm trying to steer the ship back.
Oh.
But you know who could talk about sex? Julie Walters.
Julie Walters? Yeah.
Especially when she's trying to seduce Bill Anderson.
Oh my gosh. Oh, one of my favorite scenes. It's such a small moment, but like so her and Christine Baranski, they're trying to distract the dads because Donna doesn't want anything to do with them at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a scene where there's like, oh, we're gonna distract them with like water sports or something.
Motorsports.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. Motorsports. Oh my God.
Which are like water sports.
Back to our pitch
Yeah.
for Mamma Mia 3.
But yeah, Meryl Streep, Donna is convinced that the men are there to ruin Sophie's big day because she doesn't know yet that Sophie invited them.
Yeah. She should have just, I feel like Sophie should have just.
It's her daddy issues propel the story.
Yeah, they really are. Because you could just be like, hey, I guess that is a lot, though, to ask if there's someone that you think is your father and then you don't know.
You could hurt your mom's feelings.
Yeah.
You could hurt your fiance's feelings. But going behind their back, that sounds like something I would do, though. I'm not going to lie.
You think so? You'd come up with like a
scheme.
A scheme, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what life's about, isn't it?
Scheming.
A scheme?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, so the ladies take the men out.
But there's a scene where Julie Walters, she's like coming down like the like down into the, I don't know the anatomy of a boat. Like what is it when you're underground in the boat? You know, under deck? Below deck? Yeah, I think they say below deck. But he's like, oh, I'm cooking up something fresh or something. I forget what he says.
Well, she's also like putting her ear, because she's Harry and Bill are talking to each other, and Julie Walters' character, she's like putting her ear to the bottom of the boat, like she's like, because she's developed a little crush on Bill Anderson, and she's like trying to like be sneaky.
She is, yeah. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, and then she thinks they're talking about her. Because he's like, there's this little lady. And he's talking about Sophie. And she's like, ooh. You can see it on her face. She's like, ooh, is he talking about me?
I love that scene because Bill has that apron on.
Mm-hmm.
And like he turns around and it's just Stellan Skarsgård's booty.
Yeah, his butt cheeks just hanging out. Like nobody's business.
Like 2 hard-boiled eggs. Or not even hard-boiled. They're a little soft-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Not to be ageist again.
No, but they are. But like Julie Walters, she's like,
she's into it.
She's into it. I forget what she says, but it cracked me up.
I'll take those eggs sunny side up.
Pretty much. She says something along those lines.
But yeah, no, Take a Chance on Me. Childhood bop. But Julie Walters like climbing on all the tables, scaling the Villa Donna to try to get to Bill Anderson.
Yeah.
So good.
She's like harassing this man, but yeah.
Or seducing him.
Or seducing him.
Depends on how you look at it.
It's true. A little bit of both, I think. But yeah. Don't they end up together, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She finally wears him down.
She wins, yeah. I love it.
Oh, I love it too. I love that, you know, this is just an ABBA song when all is said and done. But I love that it is like a call and response almost. Like unintentionally the song like fits so well.
Take a chance on me?
Yeah. Cuz like, you know, the we can go dancing.
Yes.
We can go walking. You know, it's like cuz like Bill is like a little trepidatious about this.
Yeah, cuz he sings it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what his line.
His like rebuttal, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's like, we can go dancing. He's like, we can go walking.
We can go walking. Yeah.
Yeah. Bill Anderson is like me
whoa, slow down.
During Pierce Brosnan's wedding toast.
Yeah.
It's like, we can go walking.
We can go walking. Okay. Don't get too excited. Yeah.
You know, speaking of Greek culture, though, that voulez-vous scene at the hen party, it does remind me choreography-wise of, you know, like a Greek dancing. You know, when you do the Greek dance.
Yes.
We've done Fest.
We've done we've at least watched. I think I wanted to do the dancing, but there wasn't enough room. We weren't invited into the circle.
We weren't.
But that's okay.
But you know, everyone's a little Greek. I love Greek culture.
Yeah. My big fat Greek wedding.
The best.
Yeah.
This is my big fat Greek wedding.
Pretty much. Yeah. At the end, it does turn into that. I don't know. I do love the location is Greece because it's such a beautiful, well, it's just a beautiful location in general. That fresh water.
Yeah.
All the blues and whites.
Blues and whites. So good. Also, my big fat Greek wedding parallel. This movie is produced by Playtone, which is Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson's production company.
And they produced Mamma Mia.
And My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
That's why they were on Tom Hanks's boat.
Yeah. Also, like, The Devil Works Hard, but Rita Wilson works harder. Like, she can sniff out anything Greek a mile away.
Yeah?
Like, anyone working on anything with Greek people, she's like, I smell Greek. And she wants to be a part of it.
Huh. Is she Greek?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
She rides. She rides for her people.
You have to.
I love it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But any thoughts on the final credit scene?
Yes. I love this scene. I remember being in the theater, you know, when the movie's over, and then on the big screen, they just come out and sing again. You know, it's like they're in this imaginary state. It's like it's a nondescript location.
They also break the fourth wall.
Yes, and that's what I love about it. I love when a movie breaks the fourth wall. And it's like they're singing to you.
Mm-hmm. When Meryl Streep points at the camera.
Yes.
Like she gets close to the camera.
Oh, I love that. Oh, and she just kind of riffs too. Because what does she say? She's like, let's do another. What does she say? She's like,
yeah, like another one. Or
yeah, who wants another one? Like she does this like kind of crazy like voice. Like
I see you over there.
Yeah. It just seems like unscripted.
She like shakes her booty at the camera.
I love it. You can tell she's having a blast.
It's so good. And Meryl can get it.
She can.
As Donna, like the sexiest Meryl Streep has ever been.
I agree.
100%. So much so, that was what my fiance said. Like he only watched the end credits of Mamma Mia and he was like, Meryl Streep's looking good.
Yeah. She is. No, I think she's gorgeous. But especially as Donna, like something about, and maybe because of all the joy. You know, I feel like a lot of the characters I've seen her play are like really like hardened by something and just, yeah.
All the joy, all the ABBA.
Yeah.
Just like seeps into you.
I think so.
No, but I do think it's genius seeing the three male actors do Waterloo with everyone.
They just kind of walk out with their outfits. Oh.
It's just so much fun. Does anyone have the right to have this much fun on screen? And you know what, Brie? I want to know how you feel about this, but I feel like anyone who's like, I did not like Mamma Mia is lying. For one.
Who does not like Mamma Mia?
For two, well, you know, there's like criticism about it being like cheesy and Pierce Brosnan not being a good singer.
Okay, but are these people taking the movie too seriously? Because yes, it is cheesy. That's kind of the point. Like it's
Do
the
these
good
people have fun?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and Pierce Brosnan, like we said, he's giving it his all, but this isn't like award-winning performance from him necessarily. Like this isn't like it's not a serious film, really. It's just a feel-good film. That's what it's like, excuse me, like a flash dance kind of, but even bigger.
It's the most feel-good you can have in one single film.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the songs back to back, like just they hit you, they like slap you happy.
Yeah, it really is like Mamma Mia is like a slap in the face of happiness, of joy, like unbridled joy.
That's what I mean when I'm like looking at people and I'm like, lighten up, when the sun is out and
yes, lighten up.
Just,
like I want to be slapped by Mamma Mia.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I love being slapped by Mamma Mia. What were we talking about?
I don't remember, but I think it is interesting. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I just had a thought. Well, it's because like the reviews like were so low, right? Like on the tomato meter.
Yeah.
Like wasn't it like 50% or something?
Which isn't crazy low.
But it made so much money at the box office, this movie did.
A massive success. And rightfully so. I mean, Brie, it's so hard to create. Like, can we get serious for a second? Can we get serious?
Oh, yeah.
It is so hard to create, well, one, a great on-set environment where all of the actors are hanging out. They're not in their trailers. They're all together having fun. They're giving 150%. They're just like bought into everything. Just no, egos. They're just having the time of their life singing and dancing these songs. It's one thing to create that environment on set. Another thing to translate that to screen.
True.
And both of those are executed immaculately. And for those two things to happen, for the Mamma Mia factor to happen, it's like lightning in a bottle. Like it's beautiful.
I agree.
And I think the people that don't understand the camp or like the guilty pleasure fun, the feel good, like it's almost like a rebellion to have this much fun. And for the most of the cast to be middle-aged, especially middle-aged women having this much fun and freedom and all the women involved, like that doesn't happen even today like that. That's very rare and beautiful and awesome.
Yeah. I do feel like this movie is very successful in that way because it's like there are women at the helm of this movie. And yeah, it is, I don't know, it captures just so much joy and like it creates like a space maybe of non-judgment, and I love seeing all the different characters, like all these different women just coming together, like Donna and the Dynamos. They all have like their own personalities and stuff, but it's just fun.
100%. The success of this, I mean, like we were talking about seeing it in the theater, like I vividly remember mostly women go like at the movie theater experience that I went to, mostly women of a certain age, but even young and old women like up out of their seats singing and dancing, and just you're at a movie theater and those people are on screen, but to feel this much like joy and
this movie does bring together, I feel like, all generations.
Yeah.
Like something about this movie just, it bonds you. And like we were talking about like when we went to see Mamma Mia 2.
Oh my God.
With our family and extended family. Like we were all in the parking lot for like an hour after the show, right?
Brie, we went to see Mamma Mia 2. We left the movie theater, parked in an empty Nordstrom Rack parking lot.
Yeah.
put on the Mamma Mia soundtrack from start to finish.
We blasted it from the car, opened all the doors to the car.
We all were singing that at the top of our lungs, and I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite memories. Yeah, we were wilding out. All of us, all the ladies.
Knowing every single word, just
dancing. We were the dancing queens.
Young and sweet. Some of us were 17. Some of us were 17 plus 40 years.
But yeah, in spirit, we were all 17.
Oh, yeah.
In that moment. It was great. I mean, there were some other ladies I remember leaving the same show, and they're like, yeah, they were singing too for a second. So they're going back to their cars.
That's so rad.
That is rad. That actually is kind of like taking like from the movie, you know, like that scene where they're all like that Mamma Mia number when they're just running down the streets. We were like 2 steps away from just fully running down the streets singing.
Fully.
Yeah, we needed, if we had a portable boom box, I bet it would have happened.
100%. We would have, you know.
Yeah. I guess we could have. Did someone have the CD? How did we find this?
We
it
had
wasn't
the
even.
CD.
Yeah, we had phones though. We could have like Spotified.
We could have, but
yeah,
you know, you gotta have ABBA Gold on the ready, or the Mamma Mia soundtrack on the ready.
Definitely.
Ooh, so speaking of that, kind of, sort of. So Colin Firth said about the film, it's very difficult to simulate fun in a movie. It's one of the hardest things to do in terms of acting, actually. There are so many movies with terribly cringe-inducing scenes of people having a good time where it's forced. Spontaneity is very hard to fake when you're doing take after take and waiting around. But the spirit of the community we were in meant the fun was real. We weren't being asked to take ourselves too seriously, so that really led to a certain freedom. And Judy Kramer also said, every day at Pinewood was like living on vodka and black coffee. Then in Greece, it became ouzo and black coffee.
Nice.
So
yeah, they were living it up.
Totally. And it shows.
Yeah. I know. I want to be part of that cast. Like just in the side, you know, one of the side characters, just
oh my God,
for funsies, experiencing it all, you know, just the vibes. I just want to be vibing.
100%. I mean, I wish I was a fly on the wall for that party where everyone's just like turning up. Those photos.
That looks so fun. There's videos too, right?
Yes. And apparently, like in this oral history, they interviewed Dominic Cooper, and he says he doesn't remember that night. And most of the cast says
they don't remember.
They don't remember that night.
Wow. Well, must have been a good night, right?
Oh yeah. They were like, that was most nights. That like. That idea of like, oh, you know,
I do wonder, like, did they film after they had some drinks, or because there's like the one scene too, like where it's towards the beginning where Donna's hanging out with I just want to say the Dynamo. I can't remember their names, but you know, like they're all on the couch and they're just like joking around and they're like laughing, but it sounds like such a guttural, like a real laugh. And like I think Christine Baranski says something like offhanded, and I'm just wondering if that was like improv or if they had a little, because Meryl Streep seems like she had some, you know what I mean? But I don't know if that's just acting and really good acting. I'm like, are they really drinking the wine or is it just prop wine? Like, because knowing all this, I'm kind of like, or did they pregame? Like,
it's so funny. I'm sure they were like super professional, and I'm sure they didn't.
Yeah.
However, they would go out a lot at night, especially when they were shooting in Greece. And from the oral history, they did talk about there was like this specific like wine or specific Greek alcoholic drink that like if you drank water the next day, it would like reactivate.
Oh my God.
Of sorts. So
what?
Yeah, that was like
a
reactivating balance. Yeah.
I see.
So they were just having a fun time.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, I want to be on a fly on the wall when like Meryl Streep is grabbing a young Dominic Cooper and being like, you have to sing with me, Mamma Mia, you know?
Yeah. True.
It's funny. Speaking of Christine Baranski about the rap party, quote unquote, she said, we were all sort of in love with each other by that point. It was like that feeling of being in a high school musical in your final year where you're all singing your favorite songs from Brigadoon and everybody is crying because you don't want it to be over. There was something very high school about it all in terms of the joy and innocence.
Oh, that's sweet. They didn't want it to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think think that's really fun and really rare. Like, you know, just from my personal experience as an actor.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I've had a lot of like experiences outside of like college or like high school theater where it does feel like that. I've had that once, and every single day, everyone acknowledged that you don't get that a lot. And I haven't gotten that since. It's funny because that was like my first, you know, professional theater gig outside of school.
Yeah.
And it was like super rare. And I didn't kind of believe them at the time. But especially like when you film things,
right,
it's so different. Like, I didn't, because of the landscape we're in.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't doing professional theater for that long before it like became almost, I don't want to say obsolete, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone was just like the whole time we're like, you're not going to get this again. Wow. Pretty much. Or like, this is really rare.
They were right. Sort of.
Well, I mean, maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
I think though when you're filming things, it is so like all of these actors, the caliber that they are, they could have just gone to their like hotel room every night.
Right. You can isolate yourself. You could just come on the set and then leave.
And the fact that, and it could have just been like, also knowing what kind of film this is, like you have to be like it's a high school play. Like you have to constantly like, going out with the cast and having a good rapport.
Yeah.
Like your you know, like it suits the film very well.
Also, you're in Greece. You got to make the most of it, I would think.
I love how they all like brought their families. Like Pierce Brosnan brought his whole entire family the whole shoot. And
that's so cool.
You know, any final thoughts on Mamma Mia?
I mean, this movie is just so good, and I love how it makes me feel. I don't think I could ever get tired of Mamma Mia, ever. Meryl Streep's the best.
Mamma Mia is the best.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate comfort film. Can't get enough of it.
Can't get enough. I want to watch Mamma Mia 2 now.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
And again, and again, and again. Thank you guys so much for listening.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Late to the Party is hosted by Nikki Jensen and Brie Piccone. Our podcast is produced by Grace Dunbar and edited by Brie.
That's me. Thanks for listening. Make sure to rate and review us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll see you next week. Bye.